Enjoy! It's about 6 o'clock in the morning and we're going to start trying to get ready to make lunch for elders. So today we're making everybody's favorite Indian tacos. Hey, Guatemala tacos, never Navajo taco, just Indian taco. Anyway, here we go. So I'm going to make a chili. Number one thing, everybody makes chili different. You know, I don't know if you like their chili more than mine, that's okay. I'm not hurt by it, but here's how I make my chili. You're at home, so try to imagine everything as being smaller. See this giant can of red kidney beans? You just use a little can, not a big can. You're probably just going to do it for you and everybody in your house, not everybody out there. So I take one of red kidney beans, one of, which one's this one? Regular beans and tomato sauce, and diced tomatoes. I know there are people who will use crushed tomatoes or tomato sauce. I prefer them to be diced. Over here, you can't really see it, I've got 10 pounds of ground beef. So I'm going to whip this in the pan. And while this is in the pan, because you know I really like to have it just about all the way done before I like add anything else. So I'm going to whip this in the pan. I got this giant like pot, probably over here. And so while that's in the pot, I'm going to chop these up into little tiny cubes, and we're going to whip them in the pot with all this, and we're going to let that simmer away while we get everything else ready. So here we go. I know you can't see me, but right now I'm over here washing my hands. If you don't already know how to wash your hands, I'll let you know, okay? Turn the water on, make it warm, not too hot. Add lots of soap. See this? See how much soap I got? Not just a little bit now. You load your hands up with soap and don't be chicha or shy about it, eh? You're gonna rub it like this, or I guess. You're gonna want to get your thumb. You're gonna want to get the backs of your nails. You want to get, make sure you get your palms, get it all clean, okay? So you want to do this washing with soap on your hands for at least, anybody know what there? 20 seconds. No horsing around, okay? You're risking other people's lives when you wet your hands in their food, so you make sure they're clean. Listen now, hawk with the coons. Okay, I'm gonna wash it off now. Okay, I'm gonna chop off the top, so that you can see that very well from there. Chop off the bottom, chop a line down the side, roll it out. Get out all the white and the seeds out of the red pepper. And you got this nice long, flat to work with later. Something else I just remembered that I add to my chili is taco seasoning and onions. I like white onions in my chili. I guess they're actually yellow onions. But yeah, use them in your chili, it's good. So normally there's a lot of liquid in these guys. I like to remove as much of the liquid as like possible. You know, like I don't want to add it in. The only one that I will leave the majority of the liquid in is the beans in the tomato sauce, because we have no problem with tomato sauce, but we don't need all the liquid from the beans or the extra from the tomato, so I'm just going to go remove that right now. Mon bella, bellissima, prima, I remember this aspect, like elephant, this aspect, good smell of the food, okay. Because I'm here, you know, I don't really measure my seasoning, but I won't use this whole thing, I'll use just like a little bit of it. So like I said, at home, about a pound of ground beef, a can of regular beef, tomato sauce, a can of tomatoes, a can of kidney beans, some red peppers, some onions, and some seasoning. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to reduce that down to medium heat, and I'm going to leave it there for 2 to 3 hours, everything will start to break down and to mingle all the different flavors. So let's just leave that on there for a while, right? Hey, so here we are. The chili's going to be on there for a while, like I said. So while it's on there, we're going to begin working on the rest of the Indian taco toppings. So I'm pretty sure most people out there will know what goes on in Indian taco, but in case you're new to this, an Indian taco is fry bread, which I will have to make later for you, and chili with lots of ground beef on top of that. And then on top of that, you put a little bit of lettuce with some tomato and some cheese. And then on top of that, you put a little bit of salsa and a little bit of the sour cream. So right now, I'm just chopping up the tomatoes and the lettuce. And then I'll do the cheese, and then we'll start working on fry bread, right? Coring tomatoes. Let's do a quick one. Restaurants and like chefs and stuff, last thing you want to have is that wind up in your food. Take a knife, take the end of it, just kind of rest it on your thumb like that. Make it maybe about 1 inch long. Take it, put it in just over near the core there, like that on the side. Rest my thumb right on top of the core and twist. Boom, look at that. This comes right out. Dun, 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 dun. So that's what I'm doing over here. I just really realized and would like to use this opportunity to say that this is not regular lettuce. This would be iceberg lettuce. Don't use romaine. Don't use like mescaline greens or anything like that. You want to use iceberg lettuce. It's very specific. A lot of people will be, what'd you put that other lettuce on there for? So don't do it. Okay, there we go. I got my 3 toppings. I got tomatoes, I got lettuce, I got some cheese. So I'm going to wash all this up. I'm going to wash all that other mess I just made, and then we're going to make fry bread. So hang around. Okay, let's make some fry bread. Well, you know, while we're here, let's do an awesome word I love. Shchechals. Love that word. Shchechals. Shchechals tseep. Fried bread. Okay. You're going to need a measuring cup. You're going to need a couple of teaspoons, a big bowl, some baking powder, not soda. You need powder. And I got flour down here in my bin. So, real rough ratio is I do 3 cups of flour to 1 tablespoon of powder to 1.5 cups of warm water. This recipe can vary from like family to family, but that's the recipe I use. That's the recipe I've been handed down. So I don't really like to make large batches because the dough gets kind of hard and it's not as good. So I'm gonna do 6, and then we're gonna make 6, and then I'm gonna do another 6. So 6 cups should do about 15 pieces, 12, 15 pieces. So that's what we're gonna do. I gotta get some oil on the stove. I forgot that, so hang on. So I like to get the hot oil on right away so that can begin to heat kind of while I'm actually working on bread. And as I haven't mentioned earlier, here's my dessert. Be right back. It's tart shells. They'll be delicious. So, like I said, whenever you're out here doing this, you always want to do lots at once, not just one thing. So I got the chili on, I was washing dishes, also making dessert. Now I'm making this video for you. So here we go. 2, 4, 6, and take 3 of these. Not heaping stuff. If you put too much in there, it can make it kind of have a nasty kind of flavor to it, so be careful. Okay, I'm gonna mix that a little bit. I like to get it all mixed. I don't add any salt, but usually because I work with elders, they're gonna put enough extra salt on there anyway. But you can add salt if you like. Warm water, not red hot, but warm. I'll get some. Okay. 2 cups. Need 1 more. There we go. 6 of flour, 3 water, 3 soda. Soda. Powder, not soda. So it's in there, it's kind of loose. Let me back up so you can see it. Now I'm going to mix it, but whenever I mix this, I want to be gentle with it, okay? You don't want to mix it like yeast bread, like we did with that yeast bread video. You're not going to knead it. Just when the bread starts to mix together, you can see it there, just now starting to lump together. I'm going to leave it alone. That's it. And then when I have to make bread, I will press this loosely made dough into little round, fry bread like patties. See, I'm taking it in my hand, I throw it around, get some more flour, right? Flour on there, and I'm gonna flatten it. Let's bring it over here so you can see what I'm doing. I got a round dough. I got it all mixed now. I'm just flattening it out, making it nice and flat. You probably want to aim for 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. An inch gets pretty high, but there you go. Nice flat little dough piece. And when the oil is hot, I'm going to whip it in there. So in order to know how hot that is, I usually use a little tiny piece, roll it in, make it flat like it's a little mini fry bread. Oh, shut up. I put it in the oil. And that's going to let me know when it's ready. I'm going to make a few of these fry bread pieces so that I'm ready when the oil is hot. Don't over mix your dough. Don't over mix it because it'll go hard on you. If it goes hard, it's going to be up. You don't want it to be up. Elders don't want it to be up either. Another thing I could add is that we want the oil to get hot, so it's on high right now, but I promise you're not going to want to leave it there. Once it's hot where you want it to be, I don't have an exact temperature for you, I just use my head and my eyes. You're probably going to want to lower it. So when it's hot enough, I usually keep it around medium to medium heat, or medium high heat. The real trick here, there's 2 tricks of having to make bread. One, not over mixing it. Everybody wants to mix it and make sure it's all properly done. You're going to make it hard. So be very gentle with your dough. And number 2 is the heat of the oil. It's easy to turn it on high and throw bread in, but then the outside of the bread is black, the inside is raw. You know, I do it too sometimes when I'm in a rush, but I ain't gonna do it right now for this video. So I got it on high over there, and look, it's working. It's not super hot yet, but once it's there, like I said, I'm gonna lower it. And so the key is then to be able to reach a nice golden brown on the outside while being able to effectively cook the inside. Not like a black and raw. It's not Chicago like rare steak here. We're talking fried bread. So oil's probably looking good. I'll flatten out this piece and throw it in. Maybe I'll even zoom you over there for a look once I get them all in there. Did you see I just lowered it? I'm at a medium heat, but it's hot because it was on high, so it was able to raise up to high heat. Touch more. Okay, how many got in there? Got 5 in there. Got 2 in here. So, just to keep you interested, I'm gonna yank that wonderful phone out and we're gonna take a look. So as you can see, you know, it's happily in the oil. Edges are beginning to bubble. I'm not on a really high heat, and this is what we're gonna do. And in about a minute or two, I'm gonna roll them over so that they're nice brown, and we'll have another look. Get my tongs. Flip them over, stretch them out. Still kind of raw, but that's okay because I'd rather it be not all the way done and it, you know, like I said, you know, it's better to be overdone on the outside and raw in the middle. Once again, I'm really lucky. I've got all this high quality professional equipment here, but if you're at home, I use a plate with a paper towel. So after they're done, I would just be resting them, you know, like on a plate with a paper towel. As always, I want to be active. I've got chili on, got desserts going, I got bread in, and I'm going to be mixing the next batch so that when I remove those ones, I'm not running to try to add new ones. Here we go. Okay, this one's ready. Let's have a look at it. Draw it off a bit. You're looking for this nice kind of brown, crispy kind of shade, right? I'm gonna chop it in half and we can look inside and you can see that it's all done. But so there we go, got that. Let's chop it in half and see what the inside looks like. Nicely, evenly all the way heated through, all the way cooked. Perfect. And so from that 6 cups, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pieces. I was close. What did I say? 15? Close. So the one we just looked at was just all the way done. So I could probably use maybe like another minute. So I'm gonna let those in there for another minute. But now you know how to make bread. Flour, baking powder, hot water, hot oil, voila. Hang around and we're gonna actually build an Indian taco next. We're gonna put it all together on a plate and we're gonna look at it and then I'm gonna eat it. Okay, here we are. Got it all ready, got a plate ready, got chili ready, got bread ready, I got all the other things going top ready. Here we go. We get a piece of bread, nice delicious looking piece of bread. Chop it in half. Some people eat them whole. I like chopping them in half. I can get 2 times the taco for half the price. Put it on a plate, lay it out. Next thing, take some chili, take a big ladle. Get rid of some of that liquid. Put that chili on there. Oh, look at that. Nice covered chili. And then, one at a time, take some lettuce. Just a little bit. Don't put a million pounds of lettuce on there. A little bit of tomato, fresh tomato, some cheese, put it down over top. Take a spoon and get some salsa. Salsa over the top, not a mountain, just a little bit. Last but not least, also very important, a little bit of sour cream right on the top. Check it out. There it is. One delicious keeping Indian taco. Check it out. If you make this at an event when you have all your other relatives over, they'll think it's Tlamuai Tashin, the best there is. Oh, hi, special. There we go. How to make Indian tacos with me, Sanitation. Here we go. MOI.